Barb Anstead here, natural nutritional clinical practitioner. Welcome back to Bathroom Biz. Had some great conversations yesterday after the discussion on what a normal healthy bowel movement can actually look like. Sent out on Facebook today the Bristol stool chart, and so yeah, just getting the conversation flowing, hopefully better than your intestines might be. And at any rate, we'll continue on, and we will be discussing the digestive processes to a deeper extent, because it's not about just food going in one end and hopefully making it out the other eventually. I think it's really helpful that people understand more of what that process is all about. Highly important, in fact, because a lot of people aren't feeling the way that they would like to feel simply because those processes are not working properly. And if we have the tools, if we have the education and the understanding about what we might be able to do about that, then we have steps that we can apply. And so it's really important, I feel, when somebody comes to me for a consult, that one of the first things that I do is I pull out my anatomy chart and show them what their digestive system actually looks like. So I'm just going to hold that up for everybody. And just to give you a glance of our miraculous digestive system and all of the different facets of it that are involved in our ability to absorb our nutrients, eliminate our toxins, and have that whole system functioning. So we discussed yesterday a little bit about how much real estate our intestines actually, with all of the multi-layers that are involved, how much all of that actually can influence our health. And so if any of our organ systems, or if any of those layers of the intestinal tract or anywhere along the route are compromised for whatever reason, that can have a huge impact on our overall health. So often what we see, especially because of the North American diet, because we actually suffer from the diseases that in years ago only kings and queens suffered from, those that were sort of in the upper echelon of society that had diets of abundance, actually had the type of chronic disease that we now have in North American society especially. So it's important that people understand what's happening with their digestion and why perhaps they're not feeling well, and why they may never have felt well, as a matter of fact. Especially, children being born nowadays, where we sort of have a global epidemic of chronic disease that's going on, that we need to have a broader understanding of, so that we can exact a difference, so that we can, do everything that we can to have healthy, vital lives where we feel well. And so that's why when I do a consult, we look at the digestive system, and I help people apply those ideas to what's happening in their own life and with the diet that they're eating. It's why, nutrient-dense foods are so important. But what oftentimes happens is people have food sensitivities or intolerances. So we're not talking about a full-blown allergy here, but we're talking about things that we're having on a daily basis that are just sort of wearing down at our system. And when that happens intestinally, or even, in your other digestive organs, is they're being provoked, and they get tired and they stop doing what it is that they're designed to do. And that's a real energy drain for your body. So that's why so many people with chronic fatigue and different autoimmune diseases are exhausted all the time. When we see people with chronic ear infections, chronic sinusitis, children that are bedwetting, or have eczema or chronic tonsillitis, these are all indications that there's something in their daily system that is constantly being provoked. And because 80% of your immune system is actually in the gut. So if we have an unhappy gut, then eventually the immune system will get involved. And that's when we see people that are getting sick all the time, feeling unwell and exhausted all the time. And it may, be, and I say as simple, but it's not simple to change the diet. It takes dedication and determination, and it takes somebody wanting to make those steps. But, mostly I am passionate about educating and empowering people that want to make those changes, that realize that they need to make those changes, whether it's for themselves or for a loved one. But everybody does deserve to feel their best. So I love to give you the tools. The reason that I started yesterday with the bowel movements and understanding what a healthy bowel movement looks like is because that's visual for us. We can see what's in the toilet. We can see what's coming out. If we know that there's a change in that and that needs to be paid attention to right away, because you are responsible for your health, and we need to understand what's happening with our bodies. And yeah, I'm looking forward to more input from all of you on the conditions that are affecting you. If you have acid reflux, heartburn, diarrhea or constipation, whether you're having a lot of bloating, and if your gas could clear a room, like, these are all things we need to talk about. These are all things that may be as simple as a change in your diet, a change in the type of fiber you're eating. Maybe you're not getting enough friendly bacteria into your system. There are a lot of therapeutic foods, a lot of therapeutic supplements out there that can help us correct, because your body wants to be well. Your body is an absolute miracle. It wants to be in homeostasis. It wants to be in balance, and it struggles very, very hard to do that. But if you want more energy, you have to put the right things into your body to do that, and together we can discover that. So we'll talk again soon, and we'll go into the subject of fiber. We'll talk about soluble and insoluble fibers, what they do for the body. And so thanks so much for listening, and talk to you soon. Bye now.